Perhaps none of the Biden administration failures is as glaringly obvious as the one at the southern border, which I've talked about numerous times from this desk, and the continued fallout we're seeing as the result of the president who is basically asleep at the switch on this issue, or ignoring it, or maybe encouraging it. There have been 6.7 million illegal encounters at the southern border since President Biden's on his watch. It's hard to imagine the scope of what 6.7 million human encounters really means. But think of it this way. Only 17 U.S. states have a population higher than 6.7 million. Mine, of course, is not one of those. This massive flow of humanity is the equivalent of adding another state to our country that is nearly 4 times the size of my home state of West Virginia. But President Biden's border failure just doesn't stop there. Since fiscal year 2021, U.S. Customs and Border Protection has seized 536,000 pounds of meth, 250,000 pounds of cocaine, and 56,000 pounds of the deadly substance fentanyl. With hundreds of thousands of admitted getaways, those are the people that aren't in these statistics, it's impossible to know the amount of illegal narcotics that have made it across the border into our homeland. When it comes to the southern border, the only thing that President Biden has improved, in my opinion, is the business of the cartels, who are receiving cover to continue their crimes every day, whether it's drug peddling or human smuggling, every day that we do not respond to this crisis. The list of consequences as a result of President Biden's inaction on the border is long, and has led to everything from violent crimes committed to individuals not lawfully in this country, to our hospitals and health clinics being pushed to the brink, to our children being forced to vacate their schools and remote learn to make room for migrant shelters, and even calls from the leaders of blue states who sent a letter on Monday asking for federal assistance to handle this crisis. Rather than properly defending our homeland, President Biden has incentivized a crisis that urgently needs a solution. Unfortunately for this administration, when it comes to failures, the border is just the beginning. Let's look at the economy, or where the unrelenting pursuit of Bidenomics, which, by the way, I don't think the president uses that term anymore. President Biden and his supporters want the American public to believe that the same positive trends are a sign that his policies are working. But if you've spent any time in the middle-class America over the past 3 years, or in the grocery store, you would know that our families are continuously being squeezed by high prices, and businesses are being taxed and regulated out of existence. The quality of life for American families is defined by their ability to put food on the table, to earn an honest living, put a roof over their head, not by these broad microeconomic indicators.
Good afternoon, friends. You need to be aware of this. A few changes could be coming, and experts say it may lead to confusion in many households. With the 2024 tax season coming up, you need to know how recent tax proposals in Congress may affect your finances. My dearest friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Currently, the child tax credit system has a flaw where many low-income families with 2 or 3 children receive almost the same credit as a family with only 1 child at the same income level. So this means that the child tax credit tends to benefit higher income individuals more than those with lower incomes. It is important to note that major changes for the 2023 tax year may not immediately impact families with higher incomes. For instance, someone earning $150,000 a year and claiming a child tax credit would not see an increase on their 2023 tax return. However, there might be a slight boost in the following years, such as in 2024 and in 2025, due to potential adjustments for inflation. The Tax Relief for American Families and Workers Act of 2024 proposes a change where the maximum child tax credit would be adjusted for inflation, benefiting all eligible recipients. Yet it's uncertain whether this legislation will pass through Congress. But despite bipartisan support during its approval in the House and Senate tax committees, its fate remains unclear. For those eagerly filing tax returns in January or February, potential late changes in tax rules, especially related to the child tax credit, can cause confusion. If the law changes retroactively for 2023, the IRS may issue additional funds owed to lower-income families who file early. Although there might be a delay in receiving these extra payments, the deadline for filing federal 2023 tax returns is April 15th. However, the challenge lies in helping taxpayers understand the implications of potential changes to the child tax credit if the bill becomes law. This change addresses the nature of the current system, where earnings must reach a certain threshold before additional credit is available for a second or third child. Once enacted, the new formula would consider the number of children more quickly, recognizing the higher costs associated with raising multiple children. The United States economy is growing faster than initially anticipated, and the Biden administration is capitalizing on this momentum to counter criticisms from the former president. According to a recent report from the Commerce Department, the GDP expanded by 3.1% in 2023, defying earlier predictions of a potential recession. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's key message emphasizes that President Biden's strategy to support the middle class is proving effective. Yellen has highlighted the connection between the state of the economy and the well-being of the middle class. Despite the encouraging economic indicators, Biden's team faces a challenge of convincing the public. However, Politico has said that there are positive signs for the Biden administration. A recent consumer sentiment measure from the University of Michigan showed a surge to its highest level since 2021, coinciding with a decrease in inflation to around 3% and a rise in stock prices. The sustainability of these positive trends remains a critical question for the upcoming elections, with potential implications not only for political control, but also for the policy proposals from both parties. The positive GDP numbers, driven by robust consumer spending, suggest that American households are not tightening their belts, with average growth across all 4 quarters of the year at 2.5%. Janet Yellen also highlighted encouraging statistics, such as a 37% increase in household median wealth from 2019 to 2022. That was the largest 3-year increase on record. She also emphasized that wages are not growing faster than prices. While economists express optimism that high interest rates will not lead to a recession, projections indicate slower growth in 2024. Factors such as gradually slowing consumer spending and higher debt costs may contribute to this deceleration, potentially nudging up unemployment numbers. Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you very much for being part of this community. If you would like to enter this week's giveaway, all you have to do, friends, is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you. and have a wonderful and very blessed week.